She kept it in for years, until now. Meri Brown, the first wife, is breaking her silence, accusing Kody of failing as a father. Her heartbreak echoes across the sister wives' world. But as her words hit the airwaves, fans on Reddit began calling Kody out too, labeling him obnoxious, selfish, and perhaps most painfully, a terrible dad. And now, the family's deepest fracture is out in the open. The truth of Kody's parenting, the silence of his children, and the shocking twist that fans say proves Kody and Robyn destroyed the unity forever. But what exactly drove Kody's kids to go no contact? And why does Meri say her heartbreak will never heal?
Somebody says, get a room, that's probably a little bit too much.
Kody wished for more the ability.
1. Now we dive deep into the cracks inside the sister wives family and uncover the story Meri says no one wanted you to hear. Stay with us, because by the end of this documentary, you'll see the shocking twist that changes everything fans thought they knew about Kody's role as a father. Why does Meri believe Kody has abandoned his kids emotionally? And what happened at home that fans never saw on TV? In the beginning, sister wives painted a picture of unity, a sprawling family bound by faith and shared dreams. But behind the smiles, Meri says the truth was very different. She felt unseen, unheard, and most painfully, she claims, so did the children. In her newest interview, Meri confessed that Kody wasn't putting in the effort as a father. She described a man detached, distracted, and unwilling to show up when his kids needed him the most. Kody doesn't try. He doesn't put in the work. He isn't there for the kids. And it breaks my heart. But Meri's words weren't just frustration. They carried years of bottled-up pain. What really drove her to call Kody a neglectful parent on record? Fans didn't stay silent. The internet erupted, thousands of viewers flooding forums and social media. Many stood with Meri, calling Kody's parenting selfish and absent. Others accused Meri of rewriting history. The backlash turned sister wives from reality TV into a cultural battlefield. And then came the twist. Meri hinted that Kody's distance wasn't just neglect, it was a choice. That he had emotionally checked out years ago, investing in one relationship while leaving the others to crumble. A father split between favoritism and duty, and in the end, Meri says, duty lost. Was Kody ever the father the show made him seem? Or was it all a carefully crafted illusion? Meri's confession isn't just about Kody. It's about every child who waits for love that never comes. Every partner who feels abandoned while pretending everything is fine. Her heartbreak is a mirror, reflecting deeper truths about family, faith, and the cost of silence. But this story isn't over. Because the next chapter of Sister Wives will show whether Kody faces the consequences or continues down the same path. The question remains, how much longer will Meri and the kids wait for change that may never come? Drop your thoughts below. Is Meri brave for speaking out or too late to make a difference? Part 2. Once celebrated as the father of a giant, loving family, Kody Brown now faces a truth that's impossible to ignore. Fans are calling him obnoxious, controlling, and a terrible dad. And most shocking of all, many of his original children have reportedly gone no contact. But what really drove this family apart? Was it fame, money, or something darker? Stay with us, because before this story ends, we'll uncover the chilling twist that fans say proves Kody and Robyn deserve each other but at a devastating cost no one could have predicted. What secret sacrifices were made in the name of fame? And how did they destroy the Brown family from the inside out? When Sister Wives first aired, America was fascinated. 4 wives, 1 husband, and a dream of unity. Kody presented himself as the charismatic leader, a father who claimed to put family first. But on Reddit, fans paint a very different picture. They say Kody's obsession with control, his outbursts, and his favoritism toward Robyn poisoned the family from within. One user wrote, "He's not just obnoxious. He's toxic. Most of his kids don't even speak to him anymore." It's a heartbreaking evolution from proud father of 18 to a man estranged from many of his own children. How did the dream of family unity collapse so fast, and why do fans say the downfall began the moment Robyn entered the picture? The backlash online has been brutal. Fans say Kody traded fatherhood for fame. They accuse him of chasing cameras and paychecks while ignoring the very children who built his image. And then the twist. As relationships crumbled, many noticed a pattern. The deeper Kody invested in Robyn and her children, the further he drifted from his older kids. Fans began asking, was it really love, or was Robyn just the final wedge that shattered the Browns forever? For many viewers, the heartbreaking reality is clear. Kody and Robyn may still have each other, but fans believe it came at the devastating cost of family unity, trust, and love. Was the Brown family always destined to fall apart? Did Kody himself push his children away? In the end, the sister wives story isn't just about polygamy. It's about loyalty, betrayal, and the choices that echo through generations. Kody may still see himself as the head of the family, but if most of his children have truly gone no contact, then what kind of legacy is left behind? The fans have spoken. The question is, will Kody ever listen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Kody Brown beyond redemption? Or can he rebuild the bridges he's burned? Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. In the early days, the Browns appeared as pioneers of faith and family. 4 wives, 1 husband, 18 children united by love, sacrifice, and a shared dream. Or at least, that's what the cameras showed. Behind the scenes, tension brewed. Meri, once the legal wife, felt increasingly sidelined. And as her connection to Kody eroded, she began noticing something else. Kody's relationship with his children was unraveling too. Was it neglect? Or a conscious decision to abandon the family he built? In a rare interview, Meri confessed, Kody doesn't try. He doesn't put in the work. He isn't there for the kids. And it breaks my heart. These weren't just words of disappointment, they were years of silence finally breaking. For Meri, the image of Kody as the devoted father was just that, an image. What moments from the show hinted at this hidden truth long before Meri spoke out? Fans didn't hesitate. On Reddit, the verdict was harsh. Kody's obnoxious. He doesn't deserve these kids. Most of them don't even talk to him anymore. One post that went viral read, he gave up fatherhood for Robyn and the cameras. And now his kids want nothing to do with him. It wasn't just criticism, it was a collective outcry. Fans accusing him of being a man who traded family bonds for TV fame. Could Kody's obsession with control have cost him the very children he claimed to protect? Viewers began piecing together the puzzle. The more Kody invested in Robyn and her children, the more distant he became from his older kids with Meri, Janelle, and Christine. Fans saw favoritism not just in parenting, but in finances, attention, and emotional investment. To many, Robyn wasn't just a fourth wife, she was the wedge that split the family tree in two. But was Robyn truly the cause or just the convenient scapegoat for a father already drifting away? And then the twist. As more children went no contact, Kody himself admitted on air that he no longer felt the same duty towards certain kids. For many fans, it was confirmation. Neglect wasn't an accident. It was a choice. The father who once stood at the center of a family empire now stands nearly alone, his children's silence louder than his words. Was this the inevitable fate of polygamy, or the tragic downfall of one man's ego? Meri's heartbreak, the fans' backlash, and the kids' silence all points to one conclusion. The Brown family's unity wasn't destroyed by faith, culture, or even reality TV. It was broken by choices. Choices that prioritized fame over fatherhood, control over compassion, and pride over love. And while Kody and Robyn still have each other, many fans believe it came at a devastating cost, the very children who once called him Dad. Meri Brown deep dive. Before the heartbreak confession, Meri had already been showing signs of loneliness. Fans remember the catfishing scandal, a desperate attempt to find connection outside the marriage. To many, this wasn't about betrayal, but about a woman crying out for love in a house where she felt invisible. Christine Brown's subplot. Christine's eventual exit was more than a divorce, it was a mother protecting her children from Kody's emotional neglect. In interviews, she said the kids felt ignored. Her decision wasn't sudden, it was survival. Peden and Garrison kids' perspective. When Peden went public criticizing his father, it wasn't just gossip, it was generational pain spilling into the open. And when Garrison revealed his no-contact decision, fans realized this wasn't isolated, it was systemic. What does it mean when grown children step away not just from the cameras, but from their own father? Let's rewind. In Season 1, Kody proudly declared his love for all 18 kids. But by Season 6, cracks began to show. Holidays became divided. Birthdays went unnoticed. And by Season 16, the pandemic years, the family tree looked less like unity and more like isolated branches. Graduations missed. Marriages unattended. Phone calls unanswered. Each milestone should have been a father's proudest moment. Instead, for many kids, it became a painful reminder of his absence. One fan wrote, "Watching Kody with Robyn's kids versus his older ones is like watching two different dads." Another said, "He talks about being the leader, but leaders show up." He didn't. And one comment that went viral, "No wonder his kids don't call, he stopped being their dad years ago." Do you agree with the fans, or do you think the cameras created an unfair picture? Beyond emotions, money played its part. TLC contracts, book deals, and speaking tours turned sister wives into a brand. But who benefited? Fans claim Robyn became the financial center, while Meri and Janelle were left sidelined. Family law experts note, in plural marriages without equal financial planning, children often feel abandoned when resources favor one household over another. Was this about love or about securing financial power in a fractured family? According to family therapists, children don't suddenly go no contact. It takes years of unmet needs, repeated disappointments, and emotional distance. For many, cutting ties isn't rebellion, it's protection. If experts say silence is the final boundary, what does that mean for the Brown children's future relationship with Kody? Season 14 example. In Season 14, Episode 9, fans spotted Kody dismissing one child's concerns during a family meeting. At the time, it felt awkward. Looking back, many say it was the moment they saw his empathy switch off. Season 16 pandemic arc. Kody's strict rules during COVID weren't just controversial, they drove wedges so deep that some children never repaired them. What was framed as protection became, for many, proof of favoritism. Were these episodes just reality TV drama, or glimpses into the real collapse of a family? Do you think Kody can ever rebuild what's been lost, or is it too late for redemption? Meri spoke her truth. The kids have spoken theirs through silence. And the fans? They've made their voices clear. Now it's your turn. Was Kody always this way, or did fame twist a family man into something else? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you believe the kids' voices matter more than TV fame, hit like, subscribe, and share this documentary with another Sister Wives fan. And don't forget turn on notifications, because our next deep dive uncovers Christine's secret journey to freedom and the shocking new role she's stepping into.